This video is for number 104 in Sound Innovations on page 26. It is the theme from the New World Symphony. So this is a tune you might recognize from various places. It's a very well-known classical piece. It's like an excerpt of a longer symphony. Fun fact: it's kind of like a goodbye song in Japan. I didn't grow up, but I'm originally from Japan, and this song reminds me of the end of the day. When school is done, you usually hear this song through the intercom, and just kind of like a farewell, have a good day, have a great rest of your day. So that's what it reminds me of. It might remind you of something else. Maybe it's like a commercial, or maybe you heard it on the radio. But yeah, very popular. This one we're going to learn another little roadmap thing in music. So if you take a look at the end of the first line, it says fine. It looks like fine, but we're speaking in Italian here because we're doing music stuff. A lot of stuff in music is Italian. So that is where the song ends at the second time we go through it. So the first time you are going to ignore fine and the double bar line. You're just going to keep going. And then at the end of the second line, it says D, C, al fine. So that means de capo al fine. De capo means at top of the head. So that means we're going back to the head of the exercise, which is the beginning. So we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Al fine means until fine. So as we saw, fine is at the end of the first line. So the second time we go through, that means we end right at the fine. So to recap, we're going to go measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ignore fine. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Says de capo al fine. Go all the way back to measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to be done. Because that's what de capo al fine told you to do. Go back to the head and stop at fine. This one is a lot of legato tonguing. So that means a lot of da-da-da. Nice soft tonguing, a lot of swift movements with our slide, and lots of breathing. It's a longer exercise than what we're used to, so just make sure you're breathing when you need to, and try not to breathe. So breathe whenever you need to, but try not to breathe during a slur. So any group of notes you have, you want to avoid breathing inside that group. So if you take a look at like measure 3 to 4, you have a big slur between the dotted quarter, eighth, quarter, whole note. I'm not going to breathe in between that. I'm going to try to breathe before or after, maybe even both. So we'll see. All right, let's try it. It's nice and slow, so it'll be a good way to practice. Now, and take a deep breath right at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. How did that go? How do your chops feel here? Shake it out. You got it? All right, so this one, it's a lot of very similar rhythms, very similar flow. It's just like the notes and dynamics change. So take a look at those. As I think, so what I did for a lot of it is breathe every 2 measures. So that might be a good starting point. If you can do it, you can hold for 4 measures. But that's if you, so everything's going to be dependent on you getting a full breath every time you breathe. So remember, that's going to be have good posture. Think about sucking your air into like down all the way down to your gut. So like if you want to think of it as filling up a glass of water, it always fills up from the bottom. It doesn't fill from the top, right? So it fills from the bottom. Make sure you're taking enough air so that it goes all the way down to the bottom of your body. So, and nice and full lung there. So that's going to help every time you breathe. And then as the more you do that and the more you get better at doing a nice quick breath in, you're going to get better and better at having longer phrases and making it more musical and more beautiful as it goes. So let's do it one more time. Think about that. So nice deep breath and quick deep breaths when you need to do it during the piece. So 1, 2, 3.